What's up, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Ladies, what's up, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Yeah. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Ellarie here. I am really excited about today's video. Out of all the videos I've done, like even before YouTube, the 5-ish years Instagram, all that, I have never done a video like doing faux freckles. Well, I did in one video, but I was making fun of them because, you know, people were like making them look like whiskers and stuff. I have freckles, like natural freckles underneath all of this makeup, but I've never like went over all of them. I go over like my poke out moles, like the two on my cheek and my chin or whatnot, but as far as like making like a full glam makeup and then doing the faux freckles over it, I've never done it yet. And I'm going to today. So the reason why I'm even doing it now is because the other day I was hit up by this company called Freck. This is not a sponsored video, but they just hit me up or whatnot, and I went to their page because they said they had a product that gives you natural looking freckles. And I'm like, why would anybody buy that? Because, you know, people make their own faux freckles with like liners and pencils and whatnot. But the ones that I seen on their page looked a little more realistic. So I was like, okay, you can send that. Go ahead and send it. And this is what came. It came in this little tiny box. So even though I had already planned to film with it yesterday, like literally yesterday, this was sitting like on my kitchen table. And of course, my wifey and my sister always go through my things. Like that's just their thing, to go through my things. And they turn around and they're like, what's different? And of course I knew because I know them, but like their husbands couldn't even tell like what was different because they have natural freckles too. They just added more with this. So the husbands were sitting there like, I don't know, did you? And that's when I knew, okay, yeah, I'm filming with this tomorrow because they looked super natural. Now, granted, at the time, my sister didn't have any makeup on, so her natural freckles were already out. So they kind of just blended in with them. But I wanted to see how they looked on top of like a full face of makeup. Because as you can see, you don't see any of my freckles right now. The only thing you can really see is like my outie mole here. I can see my outie moles on my cheek, but you probably can't see them. But I'm gonna just go freckle crazy. Yeah. So these are supposed to be long wearing freckle makeup. Like they're specifically for freckles. And the bottle looks like a little potion. Also says Freck. And let me see what the wand looks like. I'm sure it's just like a liner wand. Yeah, see? Just looks like this. It did come with instructions, even though I feel like it kind of is self-explanatory. You freck them on, go over it with a little powder, and bam. I'm going to read the instructions because I know how you guys feel about it when I don't read the instructions. So I'm going to read them. So it came with this small little card that tells you how to apply. And there's only 4 steps. So the first step says, holding the brush vertically, start to apply Freck to your face in small constellations of 3 to 5 dots. Here's a little pic of her doing that. Step 2. Continuing to add Freck without redipping the brush will create a natural looking variance of shades. Which is very true because freckles are usually like not all the same color. I feel like that's one of the steps people miss when they're dabbing on black eyeliner on their face. Anyway, step 3. Try blotting with your fingertip to soften the shape of your frecks. And finally, step 4, set with powder or don't. I definitely will because even when I do my moles, even if I use a brown liner or black liner or whatever, I always go over them with powder because it's kind of like everyone knows if you don't go over them with powder that you put black liner on top of your mole. Like I just feel like it looks crazy even if it is real. Like just dust a little powder over it, give it a softer look, and that makes all the difference. And there's a little like small step 5 where it just says repeat because Freck is buildable for a natural look that fades over time. Alright, so let's get frecked! Yeah! Now I'm popping my Freck cherry, so do not judge me because I'm just gonna pretty much go with it, you know? I really hope this doesn't mess up my makeup because I got things to do today. Okay, so I'm going to hold the brush vertically and do 3 to 5 dots in like a constellation, whatever that means. Ooh, that one's a little big. Oh, think I frecked up. I think the amount of powder on my face is starting to get on the wand. So when I go on this side, I am actually going to re-dip because it's picking up a lot of my face powder because I got about 3-4 layers on it. And I am also going to darken my natural moles that I normally do darker than the rest of the Frecks. Okay, now that I'm frecked up, I'm going to kind of let the ones that I just did dry, and then I'm going to kind of just blot over them with my finger and kind of blend them in with my face powder. And even though I get why it was optional to go over them with powder, because the color, no matter how much it applies, it does fade a little bit once it dries, I'm still going to do it because I feel like you're still going to be able to see them for the most part, as much as I want them to be seen. But definitely if you want them to really, really stand out, you do not have to apply anything on top, especially if you don't have makeup on. I have makeup on, so I don't want it to look like I put something on top of my makeup. I just want them to kind of blend in. So I'm just gonna lightly use what I use under my eyes, which is this Becca Be a Light palette. I'm using this blur powder over here just a little bit, and I'm gonna kind of dust this under my eyes. Oh man, I just effed up this palette. God damn it! Anyways, I'm also going to use this blush that I use on my cheeks right here at the top. Same Be a Light palette by Becca. And I'm going to dust that over my cheek area. Blend in those frecks. Alright now, and here's the final Freck. You know what? You are not so freaking bad. Get frecked up. Get frecked up. I honestly like these. I feel like if I was to apply them again, I don't know, maybe just the way I was doing it, I feel like the slanted angle that I was doing actually messed me up. Because I feel like I took the vertical angle to heart and I was really doing it at a vertical angle, and it made some of the frecks a little longer than I would have liked. If I were to do them again, I would kind of just freehand them and do them the way, you know, it just came naturally, and did whatever shape or size I wanted to do. That was really the only thing, because some of them look like, girl, what is that? What is that? An apostrophe? So I would definitely reapply them differently. But for the most part, I feel like these are very natural with little effort. Like, of course, you can always use liners and pencils and do whatever and do your own thing. But I feel like if you really want to do it quickly, and it's something that you do all the time because you like either the faux freckle or, you know, you're accentuating your natural freckles, I feel like this is it's a shortcut, you know? They fade and they blend in really naturally. Look like a natural woman. I did not buy these, so I do not know how much they cost. Of course, I always will leave that in the video somewhere over here. They are 1.45 milliliters, and clearly you don't need that much. So it just depends on if it's worth it to you. I will say that I will use them again, even without makeup. I want to practice with them some more. I know without makeup they look bomb, because like I said, I saw them on my wifey and my sister. I haven't tried them personally without makeup, but with makeup they still look pretty natural. I just, you know, I need to perfect like the shapes and the scatter. I'm new to this. At least I admit it. You know, I didn't do it perfectly, but I'm going to keep using them and try to make them look perfect for the next time. If you guys want to know where to find these, make sure you check the caption and let me know what you think about them if you've tried them before. And yeah, until next time, love you guys. Mwah.